Ever found yourself halfway through a trip and thinking, why on earth did I bring this? We've all been there, overpacking with items that seemed essential, but ended up being a complete waste of space. If you're looking to travel smarter, lighter, and with fewer regrets, you've come to the right place. In today's video, I'll be revealing 10 things experienced travelers have learned to leave behind, and why you should too. We're talking about the essentials you think you need but don't. The travel gadgets that end up being more trouble than they're worth, and the habits that make packing a nightmare. By the end of this video, you'll have a packing list that'll make your travels smoother, more enjoyable, and frustration-free. Let's dive in. Let's dive. 1. The bulky neck pillow. You've seen them in every airport, those giant, fluffy neck pillows that seem like a must-have for long flights. But here's the truth. Neck pillows are one of the bulkiest, most impractical items you can pack. They take up valuable space, and let's be honest, they're not as comfortable as they claim to be. I've lost count of how many times I've seen travelers struggling with these pillows, only to shove them into their backpacks, or worse, drag them through security checkpoints like an unwanted pet. Once you're off the plane, what do you do with it? Most people end up carrying it around as an awkward, space-consuming accessory. Some even end up tossing it out mid-trip, because it's just that inconvenient. Instead of a neck pillow, adjust your airplane seat's headrest or use a rolled-up scarf, sweater, or jacket. Most airline headrests are adjustable and can be bent to support your head in a comfortable position. If you really need neck support, consider an inflatable neck pillow that packs down flat when not in use. Inflatable options are lightweight, can fit into a small pocket of your carry-on, and won't cause you any discomfort when you're on the go. I once traveled with a neck pillow that I thought would be my saving grace on a 10-hour flight. Instead, I ended up losing it somewhere between the airport security check and the boarding gate because I had nowhere to put it. I had to buy a new one at my destination, and guess what? I barely used it. Lesson learned, leave it at home. 2. Physical guidebooks. Let's face it, guidebooks have their charm. They give off that I'm a serious traveler vibe and feel like the perfect accessory when planning your adventures. But here's the problem. Guidebooks are heavy, bulky, and outdated by the time you reach your destination. Information changes rapidly. New restaurants pop up, museums change their hours, and attractions close for renovations. Carrying a book around that weighs as much as a brick doesn't make sense in the age of smartphones. Download digital versions of guidebooks or make use of travel apps like Google Maps, TripAdvisor, or offline maps. Apps like Maps.me or Roam, to Rio provide detailed, up-to-date information and work even when you're offline, so you don't have to worry about incurring data charges. If you're someone who loves taking notes or highlighting important spots, apps like Evernote or Google Keep allow you to create your travel itinerary on the go. You'll have all the information you need in the palm of your hand without any extra baggage. Not convinced? Imagine standing in a foreign city, lost, and you're trying to navigate with a bulky guidebook. Not only does it scream tourist, but it's also cumbersome to use when you can simply pull out your phone and have directions at your fingertips. 3. The just-in-case items. The infamous just-in-case items. We've all been guilty of packing a few, whether it's that extra pair of shoes, the fancy outfit you think you might wear, or the 5 pairs of socks for a 3-day trip. But here's the reality. These items rarely, if ever, get used. Instead, they take up valuable space and add unnecessary weight to your luggage. Before you toss that extra item in your bag, ask yourself, have I needed this item on previous trips? If the answer is no, then you probably won't need it this time either. Focus on packing versatile clothing that can be worn multiple ways. For example, pack a lightweight sweater that can double as a layer for chilly evenings or a plain blanket. Choose neutral colors that can be mixed and matched to create different outfits without needing a complete wardrobe change. I used to be the person who packed 3 pairs of shoes for a weekend trip. One for walking, one for dinners, and one just in case I wanted to work out. Guess how many times I used all 3? Never. Now, I stick to one comfortable pair and maybe a lightweight pair of flip-flops or sandals, depending on the destination. My back and suitcase thank me every time. Remember that many destinations have shops where you can buy essentials if you find yourself in need. There's no need to pack the entire medicine cabinet or an outfit for every possible occasion. You'll be surprised how much you can live without. We've all done it. Pack that giant shampoo bottle, full-size moisturizer, and all our favorite beauty products because we can't bear to leave them behind. But those full-size toiletries take up a surprising amount of space and often go unused. Not to mention the potential for leaks and spills that can ruin your clothes or electronics. Invest in reusable, travel-sized bottles for any liquids you absolutely need. You can find high-quality, leak-proof silicone bottles that will last you years. Alternatively, consider using solid toiletries like shampoo bars, conditioner bars, and even toothpaste tablets, which are lightweight, compact, and won't leak all over your luggage. Many hotels and Airbnbs provide basic toiletries, so check ahead to see what's available. This will save you from packing unnecessary items. And if you do forget something, it's easy to pick up a travel-sized version at a local store. This simple adjustment can save you an incredible amount of space and weight in your luggage, allowing you to bring back souvenirs instead of lugging around unnecessary liquids. It's tempting to buy that budget-friendly travel accessory you saw online, but here's the hard truth. You often get what you pay for. I once bought a cheap travel adapter that broke the first time I tried to use it, leaving me scrambling for a replacement in a foreign country. Low-quality gadgets, from toiletry bags to suitcases, can break, leak, or malfunction when you need them most, leaving you frustrated and without an essential item on your trip. Instead of buying multiple cheap items, invest in one high-quality piece of travel gear each trip. Over time, you'll build a collection of durable, reliable items that will last you for years and save you money in the long run. For example, purchase a sturdy, well-made suitcase or backpack with lockable zippers, and you'll never have to worry about broken handles or zippers again. Look for multifunctional items like a travel backpack with a built-in charging port or a toiletry bag with detachable compartments. These versatile items will save you space and hassle on the road. I remember a trip where my cheap backpack strap snapped just as I was running to catch a train. It was a disaster trying to carry everything by hand. Investing in quality gear might be more expensive up front, but it's well worth the peace of mind. Here's the deal. Expensive jewelry and watches may look great, but they're a magnet for unwanted attention when you're traveling, especially in crowded tourist spots or public transportation. Not only do you risk losing them, but you also make yourself an easy target for theft. Leave the expensive bling at home and opt for simple, understated accessories instead. If you want to wear a ring, consider a silicone travel ring that looks great but won't be a huge loss if it gets lost or stolen. And if you need a watch, choose a budget-friendly option that you won't worry about losing or damaging. I've met travelers who've had their expensive jewelry stolen right out of their hotel rooms or while walking down the street in busy markets. It's not worth the anxiety or the loss. Passport covers. Sure, passport covers look stylish, and they might even make you feel more organized, but in reality, they're just not practical. TSA agents, airline staff, and border security often need to remove your passport from the cover to scan it properly. This slows down the process and can cause unnecessary delays, especially if you're juggling multiple items in your hands. Keep your passport cover at home or use a simple clear sleeve if you want to protect it from wear and tear. Better yet, consider using a travel wallet that holds your passport, boarding passes, and essential cards in one place. This keeps everything organized and easy to access. The not-so-magic travel towel. Travel towels have built quite a reputation for themselves. They're marketed as quick-drying, lightweight, and easy to pack, but in reality they often fall short of expectations. They're not as absorbent as regular towels and can end up feeling scratchy or uncomfortable. Plus, you're likely to be provided with towels at your accommodation, so there's no need to pack one. If you're staying in hostels or places where towels aren't provided, buy a regular towel at your destination or opt for a microfiber towel that's larger and more absorbent. When you're done, you can donate it or leave it behind without feeling guilty. During one of my trips, my travel towel ended up smelling musty after just a couple of uses. It wasn't worth carrying around, and I ended up buying a regular towel anyway. Ah, the trusty luggage scale, the traveler's best friend that promises to save you from overweight baggage fees. But let's be honest, how often do you really use it? If you're planning to travel with just carry-on luggage, many airlines don't even have weight limits. And if you're packing wisely, you probably won't need to worry about exceeding the limit in the first place. Use a bathroom scale to weigh your luggage before you leave. Weigh yourself, then step back on holding your suitcase. The difference in weight is your luggage weight. Simple, easy, and you didn't have to spend extra money on another gadget. Vacuum-sealed bags might seem like a brilliant way to save space, but they're not ideal for travel. These bags often leave your clothes heavily wrinkled, and you'll struggle to repack them without a vacuum. Plus, they force you to pack more than you need, which defeats the purpose of traveling light. Instead of vacuum-sealed bags, opt for packing cubes. They help organize your items and save space without the hassle, and they're much easier to handle throughout your trip. Choose cubes of different sizes to separate your clothes, electronics, and toiletries, making it easier to find what you need without digging through your suitcase. And there you have it. 10 things experienced travelers never pack, and why you shouldn't either. Remember, the key to stress-free travel is packing smart and light. Every item you bring should have a purpose, and if it doesn't, leave it behind. By eliminating unnecessary travel gear, you'll find yourself moving more freely, easily navigating airports, and enjoying your journey without the burden of overpacking. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more travel tips and hacks. Let me know in the comments, what's the most useless travel item you've ever packed? And if you want to learn about travel essentials that are actually worth packing, check out my next video. Safe travels, and I'll see you next time.